Tucker Hips, a Clemson student, loved everyone and loved by everyone. He was only 19 when hazing ended his life. Tucker Hips was a pledge for the Sigma Phi Epsilon fraternity in 2014. He went on a run with other fraternity members, and he was allegedly forced to walk on the bridge rail over Lake Hartwell, where he then fell to his death. Another Clemson student, Haley Hunt, a talented soccer player. However, hazing soon destroyed her athletic career. Haley Hunt says she received severe and permanent personal injuries, including a traumatic brain injury, after a hazing incident where she was blindfolded, kidnapped, and ridiculed into demeaning activities that were encouraged by her own coaches and team members. These two major events, along with other hazing reports, have sparked the discussion of the damaging culture of hazing here at Clemson. Hazing has been an ongoing controversial topic with college campuses in America that has brought forth many changes in society. Due to various tragedies and daily acts of bullying, there have been state laws put into place against acts of hazing, as well as rules installed by most institutions and organizations. However, hazing is still very popular and exists at every college, whether it is publicly known or kept in secrecy. The negative nature and consequences of hazing needs to be acknowledged, and hazing must be ultimately stopped in order to protect the health and safety of students. First, what is hazing? Hazing is classified as any type of activity that is expected from someone joining and engaging in a group that humiliates or endangers that person. Different acts of hazing can be divided into three categories: subtle, harassment, and violent. Subtle hazing is any act that humiliates a new or active member, whether it is intentional or not. Some examples include name-calling, establishing fear for new members, giving certain tasks and duties, and depriving one of such privileges. Harassment hazing includes acts that cause mental and physical discomfort, such as verbal harm, making new members wear embarrassing attire or do embarrassing activities, and making new members carry out personal duties for older members. Violent hazing causes physical and emotional abuse, such as forcing alcohol or drug consumption, sexual assault or violation, and physical assault including branding, paddling, and beating. On campuses, hazing can be found anywhere from fraternities and sororities, athletic teams, academic clubs, the band, ROTC, and any other student group or organization. Because of its high presence at universities, it has become one of the greatest topics of discussion concerning student life in college. We must acknowledge the negative nature and consequences of hazing. For the ones being hazed, there are negative consequences that affect their emotional, physical, and mental state. They feel a loss of control, trust, and respect for themselves and others. In addition, hazing can result in sleep deprivation and deterioration of academic success. Hazing also affects the perpetrators, which can result in probation, suspension, or expulsion from the university, and even possibly legal charges. These students can also have a negative personal impact, such as feelings of shame or guilt, a bad reputation, a loss of friendships, or a perverted idea of leadership. Hazing also creates an unfavorable view of the organization. The group will suffer due to the damage of reputation and recognition on campus, and it ultimately strays the organization away from its true original values and morals. Hazing must ultimately be stopped in order to protect the health and safety of students. Clemson University has taken different precautions in the recent decade in response to the hazing tragedies that have occurred on campus. As a result of the settlement with former soccer player Haley Hunt, Clemson University spent $40,000 to create anti-hazing online and in-person programs, including one formed by the athletic department built to support healthy relationships among Clemson athletic teams and their members through education and other activities related to the prevention of hazing. Another case of this position is Cindy Hips, the mother of the late Tucker Hips. Ever since her son's alleged fraternity hazing-related death, she has become a passionate voice for anti-hazing by pushing lawmakers for a change. As a result, the first version of the Tucker Hips Transparency Act was passed in 2016, and the amended version was permanently passed for the state of South Carolina in 2019. This law requires all state universities and colleges to provide and maintain public reports of hazing misconduct. In addition to these massive changes brought forth, most of the action takes place at a minor level on campus by people openly communicating the concern about the immoral nature of hazing. In 2015, two Clemson students, Cooper Stewart and Nick Balfe, started Hazing Prevention Week. It coincides with National Hazing Prevention Week, hosted by hazingprevention.org, and different activities were put on throughout the week, like playing of films and speeches. The goal of this week was to allow the community to talk about their opinions and experiences with hazing in order to promote unity instead of divide on our campus. This weekly event now takes place here at Clemson each year and raises awareness of the damaging consequences of hazing and of the importance of hazing prevention. For the overall safety and health of our college community, each student must take part in actively seeking for the elimination of hazing on campus. My goal for Clemson University is that the negative nature and consequences of hazing must be acknowledged everywhere, and that hazing must ultimately be stopped in order to protect the health and safety of students. Our school will grow stronger and closer together by facing the issue of hazing on campus instead of allowing it to linger in the shadows. If so, Clemson can pave the way for other campuses to do the same in order to promote a more positive, healthier college experience for all.